And so it seems WB are at it again. WBDC seem to want to, apart from hiring Ben Affleck as Batman, which I'm kind of over now, they want to now cast Gina Carano as Wonder Woman. Now, that is really an appalling casting decision. I don't think these guys really understand the character of Wonder Woman. I think they somehow have this image of Xena Warrior Princess, and they're putting that, on Wonder Woman. I think one of the most significant things about Wonder Woman, whether you want to take away beauty or not, is that she has to be feminine. She really does. I'm not trying to be horrible to Gina Carano. I'm really not. She's a beautiful woman, but she's not that feminine. And Wonder Woman is supposed to be, feminine looking. Obviously, I don't know her personally, but she has a masculine type look, almost handsome-ish, instead of beautiful or pretty or elegant or graceful. All of these adjectives are things that go along with Wonder Woman. Now, if anyone were to give me a petition to sign, say, hey, have Gina Carano as Xena Warrior Princess in the movie, definitely would do it. But as Wonder Woman, it's an appalling casting decision. Firstly, Wonder Woman's whole character is, premised on certain kind of ideas, certain, not certain things about her mythology. One of the things I think that is really important about her mythology, and if they are going to get it right, whether it is that she is blessed by Aphrodite with great beauty, or that she is just incredibly feminine, she is, an expression of the beauty of femininity, but from within out. That means I'm not talking about some model. I'm not talking about some crazily, insanely attractive, voluptuous, even, should I say, sexy style woman. That is not really the beauty we're looking for. What you have to do is go back and look at Linda Carter and see what made her such a success. It's really important in casting Wonder Woman. They did it with Superman, and they've done it with Batman, and I think it's very important you understand, what is important, what is significant, visually about the character. And the thing that Linda Carter had really down was a sense of grace to her beauty. She wasn't. She was stunning, absolutely stunning, and really beautiful. But it wasn't an intimidating beauty. It was a kind of kindness beneath that beauty, a certain sense of humanity. I'm not sure she was the nicest person in the world, but she looked like it. She looked, very unintimidating, very approachable. These are all things that Wonder Woman has to be. Yes, she's fierce and she is a warrior, but that's just her training. Her personhood is one of being loving and peaceful, and therefore, and beautiful, but a beauty that emanates from within, a very feminine beauty that emanates from within, and that's precisely I couldn't, and having a kind of strength and elegance to that beauty. It's not to say that it's not a strong beauty, but I mean you can't miscast Wonder Woman any worse than that. And this notion that, oh, the person who plays Wonder Woman has to be have these action chops in terms of being an MMA fighter or whatever, that's just nonsense. Well, you think Chloe Moritz, who was played Hit Girl, is some great martial artist? No, you just that's what actors do, and it's easier. And this is another thing about Gina Carano: she isn't a great actress. That's a real problem. Um, I have a personal view of how I see Wonder Woman. I do not see her with an American accent at all. I think if they're going to take the Wonder Woman mythology seriously at all, this she has to have a slightly European style accent, like even if it's just in English, but to show the difference, to show the distinction between her, that she isn't American. And you need somebody to be able to pull that off in that kind of elegant way. She is a princess. She is this kind of royalty. She's grown up as that. She has to have this kind of regal sense about her. She is not just the warrior. It's ironic because Xena, obviously is warrior princess, and Wonder Woman is warrior princess. The two concepts get confused. I would put it this way: Xena is more warrior than princess. Wonder Woman is more princess than warrior. And when I say princess, I mean in the sense of her diplomatic duty, her sense of grace, her sense of there is a sense of privilege to her. I mean, she has grown up on this island, the princess of this island, and has not wanted for anything really in life. And I think that's important to depict in the character. It is certainly a flaw in her character that could be addressed and could be used to great effect in a movie in terms of her response to man's world and the goings on in it. And I don't think Gina Carano really has the acting range to be able to pull off I think a very complicated character. She's a diplomat, she's a warrior, she's an ambassador for peace, she's a princess, but she's also very kind, she's very strong. That's a lot of things packed into one character. And as I said, maybe they're just going to make a film with Wonder Woman on the title, and it's not Wonder Woman at all. And that's what I suspect is going to happen. It's going to be some woman with an American accent who comes from the middle of the Mediterranean, who's never been to man's world before, but somehow has an American accent, is butch and a warrior and ungraceful and undignified, and will be unappealing. And here's the real problem with this as well. She's going to be unappealing to men. Okay, on a basic level, there is a certain sexuality to Wonder Woman that is appealing in her naivety about her own beauty, which is something that was very, very attractive about Linda Carter's portrayal back in the day, which attracted men, attracted gay men as well, actually, because there was a sense of playfulness to the character. And the fact that she was so beautiful and so elegant and yet wasn't really aware of it. She kind of had this, as I said, an absolute naivety about her own beauty. So that was very, very attractive. But at the same time, that kind of butchness and that Gina Carano has, or that kind of masculinity that Gina Carano has, I don't think is going to appeal to women or little girls. There's a sense of, in terms of little girls, the aspirational quality of wanting to become Wonder Woman, and that means you have to have a very, very fine line. It can't, and with women as well, where it's the sense of, oh wow, she's so beautiful, but women have a very, very particular sense of what is beautiful and what is intimidating. It's the same with men. There are certain characters that are portrayed where if the guy is too handsome and doesn't have that sense of humanity about him, is kind of aware of it or something, or if the guy is just not, you know, it's not going to connect with you. So this is why I'm saying, I'm going to put who I think should be Wonder Woman in this video, but this is absolutely why I think you have to have that perfect middle ground of a woman who is a woman that women will respect, and that men will see the beauty in, but not in a oh, we're men, aren't we? We're straight guys, Wonder Woman's hot or whatever. So that's going to be appealing to us, seeing this hot woman kicking ass. But you can't have it, so it's just this model or this bimbo-ish woman, because then women won't respect her. She has to have that sense of grace and intelligence and wisdom about her that made Linda Carter's portrayal so beloved. And that's really, really it. Just to say, my opinion of who really, really should play Wonder Woman in the upcoming movie is in fact Rebecca Hall. Now, I've seen Rebecca Hall in many, many films, and she is incredible an actress and has so much range, and I literally think she has the potential to Heath Ledger Wonder Woman, if you see what I mean. What Heath Ledger was for the Joker, Rebecca Hall could be for Wonder Woman, in the sense of, here's this one out of left field. I'm sure that everyone's going to be like, no, Rebecca Hall can't do it, and then she's just going to come on, and she could literally wow the world, I think, with her portrayal of Wonder Woman. And she's the type of actress, because when you've had such an iconic portrayal before, as in Linda Carter's portrayal, she's the kind of actress that can give us our generation's Wonder Woman. She can be, I'm sure she can be badass, but she can maintain that sense of grace that Wonder Woman has, and she, in every role, she disappears. Every role I've seen her in, she disappears. Please check, she's been in, obviously, Iron Man 3, she's been in Frost Nixon, she's been in, what else, she's been in Vicky Cristina Barcelona. In fact, Vicky Cristina Barcelona is the film that made me think, wow, that's Wonder Woman. I mean, literally, that is a modern day Wonder Woman. She has the beauty, but she isn't, beautiful in an intimidating sense. She's very beautiful in a kind sense, in a warm sense, in an approachable sense. All the things that the kind of charisma that Wonder Woman has to have, and I think women would not feel in any way like, oh, this is just some woman in a bathing costume with big boobs and no brains. And that's really important, because women are so important if Wonder Woman is going to be a successful film. They have to be a big part of the audience, and if they feel this is just some objectification of a woman, or if they feel that they're watching a hero that isn't really it's more like a man, but they've just, has masculine qualities, but they've just put a woman in that role, as if, you could just switch it around and a man could play it. And that's what Gina Carano is. That's the real big problem. Gina Carano I'm sure, will play it like, a character that could be interchanged between man and woman. Everything she says could be what a man says. And that is not the point of Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman is a specifically feminine female hero. She has to have that female perspective on heroism. Much like Clarice Starling, you have to, I think you really have to think of that mold of feminine hero. Clarice Starling from The Silence of the Lambs. She's perfect. She is good at what she does, not in spite of being a woman, but because of being a woman. And that is what Wonder Woman has to be portrayed as. She's good at what she does precisely because she's a woman, and brings those feminine qualities to how she deals with a situation. Yeah, so that's my thoughts on Gina Carano being cast as Wonder Woman. Wrong casting.